The way Americans are practicing their faith is changing, from being present in the pews to prayer outside the temple. Despite about 3 in every 4 Americans identifying as religious, about 1 in 4 are going to church. According to a new Gallup poll, church attendance during the pandemic was as low as 29% of the U.S. population, and that includes people attending virtually. Even though the pandemic provided new opportunity for people to join a church at their fingertips, the number of people belonging to a church, whether in person or online, was the lowest ever recorded since the survey first started in 1939. But a look throughout the years tells us church attendance was on the decline long before the pandemic. You can see the trend in the graph here. Church attendance was at an all-time high in the 1950s when 1 in every 2 Americans were attending religious services, whether that be at a church, synagogue, mosque, or temple. The number of church attendees declined to 40% by 2012, 10-point dip over a 60-year span. Compare that to another 10-point dip over a 10-year span from 2012 to 2022. The number of churchgoers has drastically declined in the past decade, from 40 to 30%. While church attendance hit an all-time low during the pandemic, the trend in the years leading up suggests that's where the country was already headed, but was exacerbated by the health emergency. With a congregation already in decline and now about a 5% portion of followers joining remotely, churches are left with 25% of the population walking through church doors. It's giving reason for churches to take a hard look at how to adapt to changing times. Given 76% of the U.S. population believes in something, yet the vast majority choose to practice their faith outside of an organized service. This is a story you won't find being covered by all media outlets. This is considered a media miss by the left, meaning left-leaning news outlets are largely not talking about the decline in Americans attending church, whereas right-leaning news outlets are reporting on the recent Gallup numbers. At straightarrownews.com, you can see the media landscape for yourself of other news stories the media is leaving out of the news cycle.
At Straight Arrow News, we help you cut through the noise and break free from the mainstream. How do we do that? By utilizing our Media Miss tool, we'll show you what the liberal and conservative outlets aren't reporting. To check it out, head to straightarrownews.com.